Electric cars, they're becoming more and more popular with each passing year. But for someone like me who has petrol running through his veins, I'm still not entirely convinced by the idea. However, I'll be honest, when I was doing my research for this video and I went through the list of all the electric models that will be coming to India this year, I must say I was genuinely excited. So we're in the first month of 2022 and I think it's the ideal time to take a look at all the electric cars that are coming to our shows this year. So I have my colleague Arushi with me today and we'll be taking you through all the electric cars that will be coming to India this year.
You're watching the autoX YouTube channel. You can also get your daily dose of all things automotive on our website autox.com and follow us on social media. Don't forget to check out our monthly magazine and make sure to hit the bell and subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And I will start with perhaps the most important, the most special car of the lot, and that is the Mercedes-Benz EQS. Now, we've known for some time that the EQS will be coming to India this year. And very recently, Mercedes-Benz India announced that the EQS will be one of the 10 models that will be coming to India this year.
That's all right, but what actually makes the EQS so special?
Well, apart from the fact that it is Mercedes' flagship EV, it also debuts the new technology that is dubbed the MBUX Hyperscreen. Now, it is an optional even in the overseas markets, so it will be interesting to see if the Indian units will get that technology. But Mercedes-Benz did confirm that the EQS will be launched here as a CKD unit. Now, it is a very important move because it opens up the possibility of launching more electric models that will be locally assembled, such as the EQE, that is the electric counterpart of the E-Class, and the fact that it is listed on the India website. However, what we don't know about the EQS as yet is a confirmed launch date. Mercedes has only said that it will be launched this year. So expect the launch to happen somewhere from mid to late 2022.
So now if we have discussed about the Mercedes, how can we leave the BMW behind? A couple of months ago, BMW introduced 3 electric cars for the Indian market. An SUV, a sedan and a hot hatchback. Their flagship SUV, the iX, has been launched just a little north of 1 crore. And what's coming up next is the i4. So somewhat similarly placed will be the Porsche Taycan. So you can take a guess about the price tag. Internationally, the i4 is offered with 2 powertrains and combined they offer a mileage of 590 kilometers on a single charge. But what is left to be seen is what is offered for the Indian market. The third for the BMW lineup will be the Mini Cooper SE that will arrive in India as a fully loaded CBU variant. And by the way, a couple of months ago, BMW opened the bookings for the SE, 30 units, but they are already sold out. The electric SE will be identical to the standard Mini, as in it will carry the same silhouette, the same designing. It will carry forward the circular headlamps, the overall proportions, but what it gets apart from an electric powertrain and in terms of features and styling are really cool wheels that are designed in the form of a British power plug.
Now from the premium end of the spectrum, it's time to move to the more affordable segment, and this is where MG comes in. There are reports that MG is planning to launch a facelift of the ZS EV as soon as next month. Now what are the changes that can you expect? First of all, the styling of the ZS EV facelift will be inspired by the Astra that we saw a few months ago. Of course, the Astra is the petrol powered derivative of the ZS EV. Despite the fact that the styling will be shared between both the models, MG claims that the upcoming facelift of the ZS EV will have distinct styling elements and not just EV specific changes that will set it apart from the Astra. Apart from that, mechanical changes would include a bigger battery pack. Reports suggest that it will be a 51 kWh battery pack this time, and therefore expect a longer range from the facelift model. However, a bigger battery pack also means that the cost will go up, and it will be interesting to see how MG tries to keep the ZS EV facelift in the affordable segment.
Now if we are talking about the affordable segment, you know there is another offering from MG which will undercut even the ZS EV, and that is an unnamed vehicle that will rival the Tata Nexon EV. MG hopes to keep the pricing between the 10 to 15 lakh mark, but that is yet to be seen. And in order to achieve this aggressive pricing, MG will be localizing a lot of its battery packs.
After MG, the next brand on the list is one of India's favorites, and that is Hyundai. Hyundai made headlines when they launched the Kona EV back in 2019, And now they're all set to launch the facelift of the Kona EV in India this year. The facelift model made its global debut in November 2020, so it has been quite some time since the model has been out there, but we nonetheless will get it this year. Expect the powertrains to be left unchanged on the Kona EV facelift, but what you can expect is a lot of changes on the exterior, better styling, more sharper styling, and a couple of feature updates, especially inside the cabin, such as bigger screens.
Now, being a Hyundai does not always mean that it's going to be affordable, because the next in line from this brand is going to cost double of its already present electric vehicle, and that is the Ionic 5. But now what is special about the Ionic 5 is that it will feature an 800 volt architecture that was previously only seen on the Porsche Taycan sports car. And what it does is that it opens up the possibility for ultra rapid charging. That is, it can juice up the battery from 10% to 80% in just 18 minutes using a 220 kilowatt charger.
Now, another EV that was supposed to be launched in India in 2021, but it got delayed because of the global semiconductor shortage. That is the Volvo XC40 Recharge. Another very special model because it is the Swedish car maker's first dedicated battery electric vehicle, and Volvo did issue an official statement saying that the car will definitely be launched this year, and we expect it to arrive on our shows in the first quarter of this year. Another interesting model that caught my attention was the long-range Nexon EV. Now, there are reports that Tata is preparing a version of the Nexon EV that will feature a bigger battery pack, much like I mentioned for the Zest EV. But here the difference would be that according to media reports, the long-range Nexon EV will be sold alongside the standard model. So customers will have the option of either opting for the standard Nexon EV or going for the long-range model, and that's because they need to be careful with EVs as the battery pack determines the major cost of the product. So of course the long-range version of the Nexon EV will be considerably more expensive. But it will still be interesting to see how Tata manages the affordable EV tag of the Nexon. As far as the launch is concerned, expect the long-range version of the Nexon EV to hit our shores within the first half of this year. So the models that we have just talked about are the ones that have been confirmed for launch. However, if media reports are to go by, there are some more interesting products that are in the pipeline to arrive here. For example, there's the Altroz EV. We first saw it at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show as a concept, and the production ready version, or let's say a semi-production ready version, was shown at the 2020 Auto Expo. Apart from the Altroz EV, there's also the Audi Q4 e-tron that is rumored to be launched this year. And of course, apart from the Q4, there's the entire Tesla debate and whether they'll be arriving in India officially this year or not. However, we have spotted a lot of test vehicles on our roads as of now, but we are yet to determine which models will be coming, if at all they are. Apart from that, there's also the Mahindra ETUV100 that was again revealed at the 2020 Auto Expo, and there's a good chance that the EV from Mahindra might actually make it to production this year. What makes it interesting is that when it's launched, it may go on to become the most affordable EV in the passenger vehicle segment.
I understand that the Tesla debate has been actually going on for 6 long years, but the test vehicle, which was actually spotted testing here, has a higher ground clearance by 25 millimeters. So I think that they're going to come this year.
So seeing the models on this list, we are genuinely excited even though we are not hardcore EV fans.
So this is the compiled list from us. If you think we've missed any vehicle, mention it in the comment section below, and do mention which is your favorite one out of this lot.
So this is all from us for now. Until next time, drive safe and do keep watching the AutoX channel for all your latest updates.